Okay, so fine. Welcome back to the class here. So today we will discuss about star delta problems. So last class we have taken a very simple example. So today I would like to discuss a few more problems here. Okay. So this slide I will share later with you. Okay. And after mathematics class, again we have the classes scheduled. Okay. So I will be sending you the link for the next classes. Fine. So please be attentive here. Okay. So in today's class right now I am going to discuss few problems, probably four problems. So here now if you go through this problem here, so the question asked is you need to just okay. So if you look into this question, the problem is we need to find the equivalent resistance between the points A and B. So here we have the points A and B. So that means we should not disturb these 2 points. Whatever calculation has to be done, we have to carry out here. Okay. So at point A, if you start, we have 4.5 ohms resistor, then 4 ohm resistor, again 4.5, then 7.5, then 3 ohms, 3 ohms, 3 ohms here, and 7.5 ohms. Okay. So first thing here is you need to imagine first. So whether it is suitable to apply delta to star or star to delta transformation. Okay. So if you look into this portion here, 3 ohms, 4 ohms, 3 ohms and 3 ohms. So it is neither delta or nor star. So leave that portion. So next, left and right hand side, we have the things given in delta condition. 4.5 ohms, right? 3 ohms and 7.5 ohms. And similarly here. And luckily you can see the values are same on both sides. Okay. So if you compute for one value, so one side, other side you can easily calculate. Okay. So now what I will do is I can mark equivalent star network here inside this, which is shown in red. And now I will be able to calculate the values also. So if I check here, this R1, this R1 over here, so this is okay. So what we have this R1 over here, this is same as R5. Both are connected in between 4.5 and 7.5, 4.5 and 7.5. So that I can calculate R1 and R5 as what now? So it is nothing but multiplication of the adjacent resistors, which are 4.5 here, 7.5 here, and as well as 4.5 here and 7.5 here in this case. So if you multiply and divide by 15, so why it is 15 now? If you take the summation 7.5, 4.5 and 3, that will be 15. So if you do like this, you will come across the values like 2.25 ohms. So this value has been placed here, 2.25 and 2.25. And similarly, if you make an approach to calculate R2, right? So R2 is placed here, which is in between 4.5 and 3 ohms. And similarly, R4 will come here in between 4.5 and 3 ohms. So you can say that R2 and R4 both can be calculated again with the same approach. And that turns out to be 0.9 ohms. It is 0.9 ohms. Okay. And similarly for R3 and R6. So if you calculate and then if you come out with the new circuit, So you can see 2.25, then 9.9 and 1.5. So these three are in series and their combination is in parallel. So if you check that also, what we get is equivalently 7.45 ohms. Okay, so is that clear? So if anybody is having any question, you may ask.
Sir, please explain once again, sir.
Which one?
First step,
Entire
sir. R1 is equals to R3 and whole, sir, whole.
whole circuit. Okay. So this is the given circuit, right? Okay. So first we need to think whether you have to go for delta to y or y to delta operation, right? So from the observation we see here, it is a delta network. Both are delta network, right? So if you superimpose equivalently an equivalent star network here and here as well, okay? So what we observe, another thing here is these three register values, they are same. This 4.5, 7.5 and 3. And here also we have the same thing, 3, 4.5 and 7.5, right? So since we have same register values at different branches, so what, how we can compute is, say for example, if you take R1, where R1 is placed, R1 is connected at point A. And here what we have 4.5 ohms and 7.5 ohms. So similarly, if you look into this other side, if you look into the R5, so it is connected to point B. So here what we have, again same thing, 7.5 downside, here also 7.5, then upper side what we have is 4.5 ohms, right? So it is same as if we calculate R1, then the same thing is can be equated to R5 as well. Okay, so how to calculate R1 and R5? So it is, we are expressing star to delta to star expression. So if you want to calculate any resistor, what you have to do, you have to multiply the adjacent values 4.5 into 7.5 whole divided by summation of these things, 3 plus 4.5 plus 7.5, which turns out to be 15 here. Okay, that is equivalent to 2.25, right? So that is equivalent to 2.25 ohms. Yes, is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
So with the similar approach, you have to go for R2 and R3 and check here where we have R2 equivalent value, that is R4, then R3 and R6. So why we are equating this? Because we have the same delta network, right, on both sides. So if you have say for example, just for example, instead of 4.5 ohms, if you have 7 ohms, okay, then wherever 4.5 ohms comes, then we cannot equate it here because it is 4 will be 7 ohms. Okay, so in that case you have to calculate R5 and as well as R4 separately, right? Because adjacent values will change. Fine. Okay, so next example is similar example. You have to calculate the equivalent resistance between the points A and B. So if you trace the points A and B, here we have the 15 ohms, all are in ohms only. This is 20 and this is 35, this is 40 and this is 45 and this is 25. Okay, so first thing is you should not rush into delta to star or star to delta. So first thing is you have to check how the network is given. Okay, say for example, now if I mark some points here like P, Q, R, this I cannot say yes, because it is already B. It is point B only. So this point will be B only. So what I can do is I will make it convenient to convert it into a delta to star or star to delta network. So here I am just modifying the things. Modifying the sense I am not changing the circuit property. The view is modified. So if you trace and this is Q and this is R and this is B. So start from here. So we have 15 ohm, then come to P. So what I have done is 20 ohms I have retained as it is. Then this 30 ohm. This 30 ohm is nothing but it is a resistor which is connected between point Q and point B. So there is a overlap. So this you can take it to the other side. So I have taken it to the other side. So this is our 30 ohms. Okay. At the middle we get two delta networks. This delta and as well as another delta network, right? And outside also we have a delta network. So you can apply. You should first imagine the circuit. What could be the equivalent circuit I may get? So we should not apply everywhere delta to star or star to delta. So if I, for example, if I apply it here, so I can see that I will get an image like this, right? So that it will be convenient to calculate the things. So I am converting only this part. So this part, if you write it separately, P, Q, R, and here we have this. Okay. So this is 25, this is 20, and this is 35. So equivalently, I may get a network within this like this, a delta network. So which I have shown it here as R1 here, then R2 here, and R3 here. So how to calculate R1? It is same again. Multiply the adjacent values 20 and 25 divided by summation. So this result you get. So that is R1 here, right? Then R2 will be what? Adjacent to R2. Which resistors are there? 20 and 35 divided by summation of the things. So if you do this, so you will be getting all these things. Okay. So once you get this, now you have to check whether we are able to add the resistors or no. Yes. So here you can see these 8.75 and 30 ohms, right? So how they are actually placed. So if we check out those things, then what we get is this value. Okay. And if you check the other values, so check this value, is that correct or no? Yes. So are you able to get this 22 ohms? How this 22 ohm is coming? So this 22 ohm is coming, it is nothing but the equivalent value of, we have two series resistors 8.75 plus 30. They are in series, but this combination is in parallel with 10.93 and 40. 10.93 plus 40. So if you take the parallel of these two things, so you will get what is 22 ohms. So these two are not in parallel, 8.75 and 30, they are in series. These two are in series. Okay, and 10.93 and 40, they are in series. Their equivalent result, what we get is 38.75 and 50.93. They are in parallel. So if you compute, you will get 22 ohms. Okay. So if you come to this point, next is very simple. So once you place 22 ohms here, then what you get is 6.25 in series with 22 ohms. So later what you can do here, since we are calculating with respect to point A and B, you cannot say 6.25 and 22 and 45 are in series. Only these two will be in series, 6.25 and 22 ohms, right? Because there is a split up from this end. So that turns out to be 28.25 and which is parallel to 45, right? So that equivalent value will be 17.35. If you add, you will get RAB equivalent. Okay. So you need to practice these problems. You need to solve these things. Then only you will get the things clear. Okay. So is that clear now? So if you have any questions, you may proceed. Okay, so we'll go to the next one, next problem. That is the third example here. So if you check this third example, the question is you need to find RAB. Again, first you locate where we have the resistors, means the points AB. Here we have point A and point B. So first here you check out some things, that is 4 and 2 and 4 and 11 they are in series. So we can add them. You will get this network here, right? 6 ohms, 6 ohms, 6 ohms, and here what you get is 15, 15 and 15. Okay. So we know that in a delta network, if all R values are same, then equivalently in star network, each R value, that will be R delta divided by 3, right? So this we have done in the derivation itself. So those who have missed that, you can go through that video and you can recall the or recollect the things. Okay. So here what we can do is equivalently star value means equivalent star network is shown here in green color, right? So how it will look? So it looks like this. So what you have to do is, no need to again calculate, just use this equation. 6 divided by 3, that will be 2. So everywhere you will get the value as 2. Here 15 divided by 3, that will be 3, 5. So you will get 5 ohms everywhere. So like this, if you check out for all the things, so what we have here, we have the series combination of 241 and 5, series combination of 217 and 5. So that turns out to be 48 and 24 ohms. And these things are in parallel. So this parallel value turns out to be 16. So there is a simple thing here for calculation of the parallel. So usually what you do is like R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2 you will do. So that is fine, no issues. So if you go for calculator, you will be doing this 48 into 24 divided by 48 plus 24. So instead of this, what you can do is, so this can be expressed as 1 divided by R1 inverse plus R2 inverse. Both are same. So that means what you have to do is, in the calculator you can just type 48 inverse plus 24 inverse, that answer, whole answer inverse. So if you do this, you will get back into the actual value. Okay. So similarly now, if you take the equivalent value, that comes out to be 16 here, and total value of RAB will be 23. Okay, fine. So are you all there? So there was an power interruption. Okay, am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
So there is.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So there was a power interruption, I think. So I'm just back now. Okay. Okay, so I stopped at this problem, so I will just recollect this. So if you look into this entire problem over here, so what we have is, yes, so here you can see you can add these two things because they are in series. 4 plus 2 6 and 4 plus 11, these are 15. And in derivation we have seen that in a given delta network, if all registers are having the same value, right, if all registers are having the same value, then equivalent star value will be R divided by 3. So that turns out to be how much in this side? So this turns out to be 2 everywhere. So because it is 6 by 3, and here it will be 15 by 3. So this will be 5, and this will be 2 ohms. And if you again just check out this or observe here, 241 and 5, they are in series. So you can add them, you will get 48. 217 and 5, they are in series, you will get 24, right? So normal approach from your end will be what for calculation of the parallel value is, you will be going for R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So that turns out to be 48 into 24, 48 plus 24. So alternatively, what you can do, you can save the time in calculator with a different approach. That is, you can go for 1 divided by R1 inverse plus R2 inverse. So in calculator, you can just type 48 inverse plus 24 inverse. You will get some answer. Inverse of that. If you do that, you will get the answer as 16. You can check out that later, and finally we get this one. Okay. Yes, is that clear now to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So we'll go to the next last example in this star to delta transformation or delta to star. So this last one example is very interesting here. You can check out here. So I have given the same problem. See, now we will see one problem where it has been asked to find the resistance between RAB using star to delta and as well as delta to star method and verify the result. So if you carry out by both methodologies, so you can verify whether the result will be same or no. So if you just observe this here, so first approach, that is star to delta, I am doing. So what we have is 5 ohms, 6 ohms, 6 ohms, 18 ohms, 18, 6 and 6. Okay. So first one is asked as star to delta. So first you have to locate where you have the star network. So we have the star network here, 6 ohms, 6 ohms and another 6 ohms. So if you superimpose an equivalent delta on this and name them as RA, RB and RC for your convenient. Okay. So similarly, again we know that we observe here both all the three are 6, right? So in similar condition, if R1, R2 and R3 all are same in the star network, in the delta network, equivalent delta network, it will be 3 times R, right? So what we can do is, so RA, RB and RC can just simply replace it by 18 ohms, 18 ohms and 18 ohms, right? So here now we can observe that this 18 and 18, they are in parallel. So we have studied earlier in the series and parallel networks that if two resistance values are same, if they are in parallel, its equivalent will be half, that is 9 ohms. So keep these things in your mind. Again, don't waste the time in calculation. 18 into 18 again, 18 plus 18. So if you see such things, it is valid for two resistance values only, not more than that. Okay. So directly you can write it here as what? 9. And later you can check out here that 9 and 10.28, they are in series. They are in series, you can add them. Then that series combination is in parallel. It is in parallel with 18 ohms, right? And that is in series with 5 ohms. So if you calculate that, you will get 14.3 ohms. So I have just avoided another 2 steps here. So if you want, you can include, you can calculate this separately. Series, you will get network like this, 5 ohms, then 18 ohms, then this 9 plus 10. So this will be how much? Okay. 10 plus, okay. So that will be 19.28. This parallel value you can calculate, then you can add. So you will get another condition here, the parallel equivalent value you have to place. Okay. So this is for y to delta, and second approach is you need to calculate with delta to y. So where we have delta networks or delta connections here, so we have at two sides. Here is one delta network, 6, 6 and 18. We have 6, 6 and 18 as well. They are in delta. So here also you can check here. 18 and 6 you can add them, that will be 24. 6 and 24, that also is in delta. 6 and 24. So you may apply delta to star at any one point and you can check out. So I have applied here, I have taken this as R1, then this is R1, this is R3, and this is R2. Okay, so if we check here R1 and R3, you can calculate easily because adjacent values are same. R1 adjacent value is 18 ohms and 6 ohms. R3 adjacent value is again 6 and 18. So you can do that. You will get 3.6. But R2 is having adjacently 6 and 6. 6 into 6 divided by summation. What you will get is 1.2 ohms. So if you re-include these things, what we get is 3.6 here. This is our R1 and R3. Oh, sorry, this is R1 and this is R3 and this is R2. And here you can observe that these two are in series and these two are in series. You can add them. What you will get is 24 plus 3, 27.6 and 1.2 plus 6, 7.2. So this will be in parallel. So how we are getting like this, I have shown it here for this example. You can take this reference and you can calculate it here also. Okay, so this parallel value, if you calculate, so how to calculate here in a quick way, just to do 27.6 inverse plus 7.2 inverse in the calculator, you will get some answer. So that answer you take the inverse again. So what you will get is the equivalent value. So equivalently, now if you sum up all the things, you will get is 14.3 ohms. Okay. So is that clear now to everyone? Okay. So if you have any questions to be asked out of these 4 examples, you can ask. So we have another 5 minutes. Okay.
Sir, please repeat step 3, sir.
Please. In this problem.
Step 3, sir. Yes, sir.
Step number 3. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Which one? Y to delta or delta to Y?
Sir, it's below parallel, no, sir. Third one.
No, left side or right side? Delta
Left
to
side,
Y
sir.
or
Left.
this side? This side, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so step number 1, this one is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
So you're asking about this. Are you asking about this?
Yes, sir. Left.
Yeah, so here what we have is, okay, let me take to the other side. Okay, so here so what I have taken here is, okay, so first I have observed that there is a star network 6 ohm, 6 ohm and 6 ohm. So here you can superimpose a delta network here. Okay, so yes, is this step, is it clear now?
Yes, sir. It's clear, sir.
So this I have called it as RA, RB and RC, right? So here we observe that in the Y network all values are same, R1, R2, R3 or whatever you take, all are 6 in the Y network. So if you are converting it to delta, so then we know, we have in the derivation in the last class we have seen this will be how much? 3 times 6 in the delta network. So that turns out to be how much? 18 ohms, 18 ohms and 18 ohms, right? And here what we get is is it clear now to you?
It's clear, sir.
Okay, so now 18 and 18 will be parallel, right? So just look into this point and this point. So only two resistors are connected, so they will be in parallel, right? So 18 and 18, if you take parallel, what you will get is equivalently 9 ohms.
9. Yes.
So similarly 18 and 24, so these
18.
two are in parallel, so that will be 10.28.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and now these two things will come in series, 9 and 10.28. So that turns out to be 19.28 in parallel with 18. So arbitrarily you can mark some points, something like x, y, z, if you want. Okay, so that z will not be considered. This is in series anyway. So if you place x, y here, so you can write here as well, x and y. So these two will be in parallel. So if you take the equivalent parallel and add it 5, you will get 14.3. So I hope now it is clear to everyone. So if anybody is having any difficulties, you can ask. Is that clear to you?
It's clear, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome. Okay, so we'll just try to wind up here, but we'll just come back at 11:45. Okay, as usual. And ED and your DSD class have been adjusted, so that also I will be taking, but I will give you some break in between. Don't worry. Okay. Yes, is that fine now?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
Yes,
please
sir.
meet for one day. Fine. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.